65 years old. He would allow you his apartment rent-free, and you would take care of him.
Betrayal 911, what's the address of your emergency?
All I did was give.
Because you're a caregiver.
Yes.
You say that this was your passion.
Yes, it's my passion.
A disabled senior citizen is murdered on his caretaker's watch.
Hi, we're at the property at Providence at Baytown, Briarwood, 1711 James Bowie. I'm with the leasing office. We believe one of our residents might have passed away.
Day and night.
Yes.
You weren't getting paid, so...
I did it all out of the kindness of my heart.
You really did?
Yes, I did.
But was Alicia Keator really a victim herself, or a cold-blooded co-conspirator?
Look, here the anchor has raised a big question. Was Alicia herself a victim, or a co-conspirator from the beginning? This is a classic confusion point in true crime. In many cases, the accused shows you as a helpless victim, so that sympathy can be drawn against him. But in reality, his involvement is quite deep. Here, the whole angle of the investigation shifts.
Co-conspirator. In the fall of 2017, you get a good job offer to take care of a severely disabled man, 65 years old. He would allow you to live in his apartment rent-free, and you would take care of him day and night.
Yes.
You weren't getting paid, so...
I did it all out of the kindness of my heart.
You really did?
Yes, I did.
Betrayal 911, what's the address of your emergency?
All I did was give.
Because you're a caregiver.
Yes.
You say that this was your passion.
Yes, it's my passion.
A disabled senior citizen is murdered on his caretaker's watch.
Hi, we're at the property at Providence at Baytown, Briarwood.
Notice when the authorities receive the first call, it is a simple welfare check. No one would even assume that a brutal murder would have taken place here. This is the reason why 911 calls are analyzed in detail by forensic experts. The caller's tone, hesitation, and choice of words often reveal that the real story is something else. The same pattern is visible here as well.
1711 James Bowie. I'm with the leasing office. We believe one of our residents might have passed away.
He was trying to scheme to get his SSI benefits.
She now claims her abusive...
Now, when Alicia is sitting for interrogation, a contradiction is clear in her statements. On one hand, she is saying that she was forced. On the other hand, the police are noting that her expressions do not show an emotional breakdown like that of a victim. Body language and micro-expressions reveal the truth in such moments. This is why investigators doubt whether she was just a victim or an active participant in the crime.
Common-law husband forced her into the brutal crime. When you realized he was after the old man's disability checks, what did you do? Or were you in on that too?
He told me if I didn't help him, then I was next.
And you did help him?
Yes, I did.
But was Alicia Keator really a victim herself, or a cold-blooded co-conspirator? I watched the 2.5-hour police interrogation of you.
We don't kill people, we sell drugs, that's why.
You don't look at all like a woman who's just been saved from a sadistic killer. How do you explain that?
You can't.
You're looking more like a hardened criminal who doesn't really care. Are you really the victim of domestic abuse or a dangerous sociopath?
This raises a fundamental question. How do defendants present themselves as domestic abuse survivors in order to receive sympathy, but investigators are always watching? Do their actions support the narrative? Here, Alicia's calm answers undermine her story.
Sociopath. Participating in the murder of the man that you were taking care of.
Well, we call it that.
So much for your career in caretaking. Some murders slip into the night, quiet and cruel. This was one of those cases. It happened in Baytown, Texas, to an elderly man so utterly alone and forgotten there isn't a single surviving photograph of him.
Notice not a single photograph was available of the victim. This shows how isolated he was. And this is why such people fall into the high-risk category. Their vulnerability makes them an easy target for predators.
Alicia Kedar pled guilty to murdering the 65-year-old disabled man on Christmas in 2017, along with her then partner. It would take over a week for anyone to even notice.
For such interesting videos, do subscribe to my channel and don't forget to like and comment, and do give your answer as well. You will find it in the next video.
Baytown 911, what's the address of your emergency?
We're at the property at Providence at Baytown, Briarwood, 1711 James Bowie. I'm with the leasing office.
There is a chilling detail in the 911 call: strong smell. For forensic investigators, this is a red flag, which normally indicates decomposition after death. And the fact was that no one checked his house for 2 weeks. This exposes both negligence and isolation.
We believe one of our residents might have passed away.
His name was John Fernandez, and Alicia Kedar was his live-in caretaker.
What's the name of the resident there?
Mr. John. We call him Mr. John. He's in a wheelchair, but we have not seen him in 2 weeks. And we opened his unit, and there's a very strong smell, but none of our workers have the courage to go in.
The case haunts me because the victim was so defenseless, wheelchair-bound, gravely ill, and completely dependent on the very person who would be.
Look at the irony. The one who should have been trusted the most became the biggest threat. The caregiver-patient relationship is considered a sacred bond, and when it is betrayed, the punishment becomes even heavier in the eyes of the jury.
Betray him.
Keator. Keator.
Today, Kedar is telling her story for the very first time.
Right here?
Yes, right there. Good morning.
Good morning.
How you doing, Alicia?
Good, how are you?
And I want to probe the mind of a convicted murderer who broke the sacred trust between caregiver and patient. I'm going to be asking you a lot of intense questions. I'll be direct with you, and I hope you'll be forthcoming with me.
I will.
We're here.
When the interviewer asks intense questions, this creates a psychological setup. In criminal psychology, this is called framing the stakes, in which it is made clear to the subject that now excuses will not work, only the truth is required.
Here to try to understand the mindset and motivations behind your actions in this case. Okay? Why did you want to talk to us today?
To share my side of the story, because my side of the story wasn't heard.
Kedar's story began 700 miles northwest in Taos, New Mexico, and it didn't start well. You told detectives at one point that you had no family.
I don't, because of the fact that my mother, she just gave me up.
This moment is important. Many killers reference their troubled childhood, which creates a trauma justification narrative. But investigators and courts rarely consider this an excuse, because having a difficult past and committing murder are two different things. By the way, if you find this breakdown interesting, then definitely subscribe to the channel. Your one click gives us a chance to explore more such hidden psychological layers.
To the state?
To the state. And I've been a ward of the state since I was 8.
I see. Your defense attorney reported that there were volumes of records.
Yes.
Pertaining to you from the state child welfare agency.
Yes. It was boxes and boxes on boxes of information. My childhood history.
What happened to you as a child?
I was raped by my mother with a curling iron plugged into an outlet turned on. And my stepfather sodomized me when I was younger. And with that, they took me and put me in a foster home. They said it was the worst case they had ever seen.
It sounds like a rough start to life.
Yes.
But from the record, it looks like you were motivated to do good and to build a career in caregiving.
Yes.
In nursing homes.
When I was going to school to be a certified nurse's assistant, I noticed that some of the elderly weren't being taken care of. They were just left in their diapers or got bed sores, not moving them to certain sides. And I had a passion. It's been my passion all my life to work in nursing homes.
You say that this was your passion?
Yes, it's my passion.
Still is?
Still is.
I regard caregiving as a very noble profession. You have to be a special kind of person to take
You
on
really
that
do.
work, right?
Yes, it's a lot of work.
There is a special trust between caregiver and patient,
Right.
right? How would you describe that trust?
It's genuine, kind of like a child gives their mom love unconditionally, and I would say no ulterior motives, no nothing like that. It's just genuine and from the heart.
Pure care.
Pure care.
But her unconditional love and care childhood had led to drug addiction, petty crimes, and eventually violence. Were you in the drug trade?
I knew how to go about selling it and breaking it down and all that stuff because I grew up in a family like that.
We know you have a violent past of your own, including stabbing 2 people in the head. Mm-hmm. Right? Keator was sentenced to 2 years in prison for assault with a deadly weapon and then released. At the same time, Marcus Donnell Gilbert had just finished 13 years of a 20-year prison sentence. The two met and started a relationship. What was he in for?
Abusing a girlfriend. It was horrible. She was like, her whole body was a bruise. It was horrible. Her eyes were swelled shut. Her lips were busted open.
Did you know about that when you got with him?
No, I didn't.
According to what you and your lawyer have said, you were basically trapped in an abusive relationship.
Yes. Controlling, possessive, like me and you talking right now, wouldn't go down. He wouldn't allow it. He would take my phone every morning, keep it, make sure I didn't contact anybody, make sure anything.
So, controlling, abusive?
Very abusive.
Violent?
Violent, yes.
But in the fall of 2017, Alicia Keator got an opportunity to get away from Gilbert and get back to a life of purpose. You get a good job offer to take care of a severely disabled man, 65 years old, wheelchair bound, right?
Bedridden.
Diabetic. And he would allow you to live in his apartment rent-free, and you would take care of him day and night. Mm-hmm. Was that the deal, basically?
Yes, it was.
Mr. Fernandez needed round-the-clock care?
Yes, he did.
Mm-hmm. And you needed a place to stay at the time? Seems like a good match, right? Mm-hmm. 65-year-old John Fernandez was wheelchair-bound and feeble. He needed help to get in and out of bed and to the bathroom. But those who knew him say he always had a certain spirit about him.
Every day whenever I was walking up, he'd be sitting about where I am, and he'd greet me before I even made it up to him. He'd say, "Hello, beautiful. How are you doing today?" And we'd chit-chat about how our days were going.
Postal worker Lindsay Miller had worked this route for years and says Fernandez brought a little cheer to the hard-scrabble streets of Baytown, Texas.
I looked very forward to seeing John every day. He knew how to make someone smile, for sure. He'd crack jokes and everything else.
Fernandez had no family to rely on, no cherished photos framed on a mantelpiece. In fact, he was so isolated and alone that we could not find a single image of him. So we asked Miller to sit down with sketch artist Lois Gibson to help create a portrait of the kind and gentle man she remembers.
Was he white, black, Mexican, Chinese?
He was Hispanic.
Hispanic? Okay. And how old do you think? Just ballpark it. What does he look like?
Around 60.
Okay, 60. And he was fat, skinny, or average, or muscular?
He was probably between skinny and average.
Got that. And you don't have to know exact height, but was he short or tall, or do you know if he was 6 foot?
I have no idea. He was in a wheelchair.
Okay, there you go.
He never stood. He was so trusting. He trusted everyone, which was probably one of his downfalls. I mean, he thought everybody was a friend. And that's not the case, obviously.
Fernandez survived off the kindness of neighbors and his monthly Social Security income. He couldn't pay for home care, so he needed somebody who would care for him in exchange for housing, someone he could trust. You weren't getting paid.
No.
Right?
I did it all out of the kindness of my heart.
You really did.
Yes, I did.
He would allow you to live in his apartment rent-free, and you would take care of him day and night.
Mm-hmm.
Was that the deal, basically?
Yes, it was.
Keator claims her own intentions with her new patient were honorable. But Marcus Gilbert saw a very different kind of opportunity. While you were there taking care of John, it sounds like Marcus was scheming to take advantage of John.
Yes. He was trying to scheme to get his SSI benefits,
Right.
I guess you could say. Get a PIN number, get a card, this, that, and the other.
When you realized he was after the old man's disability checks, what did you do? Or were you in on that too?
I never came up with the idea to go in with him on taking the SSI money or the card or none of that. That was solely on him because he was trying to hit a lick, so he called it.
He was trying to
hit a lick.
What does that mean?
So he's trying to come up with some quick money so he can do drugs.
Within weeks, Gilbert had taken John Fernandez's ATM card, but still needed his PIN number to steal his Social Security payments. Fernandez found himself locked inside his bedroom with Marcus Gilbert and a third accomplice refusing to give them the PIN number. Christmas Eve, right?
Yes.
The shakedown of John escalates with a violent effort to intimidate him into giving up the PIN number.
Yes.
You told police Fernandez was laying on the bed, scared, curled up, crying, begging, and asking Gilbert to leave him alone.
Yes.
I
remember that.
Is that what you witnessed?
Yes. I remember that like it was yesterday.
When that went down, Alicia, were you helping them or were you helping John?
I was trying to figure out how to help John without dying myself.
You were afraid for your own safety.
I was in fear of both of our safeties, mine and John's, because I didn't know what Marcus was capable of.
All this led